welcome to our YouTube video presentation. This is an assignable task for our education course EDT 3310 here at the University of Koroka. Okay, my name is Aramba Nerebondo and I will be doing this video presentation with my colleague Isaka Funo, and we are going to do our presentation on the topic of sologamy. Okay, sologamy is an act of marriage to oneself, and it is commonly practiced by females or women around the world. Okay, I will be further elaborating on the definition, brief history, and doing contrasting and comparing with the different forms of marriage. Okay, my friend Isaka Funo is going to talk more or elaborate more on the negative and positive impacts of sologamy and society's point of view on the practice of sologamy, and also the consequences of the practice on the individual or practitioner, and slowly conclude our video presentation. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video as we present. As I mentioned earlier, sologamy is an act of marriage to oneself and commonly practiced by women. Okay, it is a symbolic or ceremonial act of self-love and independence, also self-acceptance, where the females who are involved in sologamy wants to be independent, to exercise their self-love and to accept themselves for who they are. Unlike the traditional forms of marriage, this practice does not involve having a partner. However, sologamous marriage involves a wedding ceremony where friends, family, relatives are called together to witness the event, where the sologamist makes vows to be true to herself and also puts on a ring to signify that she is committed to love and accept herself and be independent. And the ceremony is organized by a close friend or relative or someone close. Women who practice sologamy have their own reasons for doing so, but the main reasons may be they do not want to live under a male who can dominate their lives through decision making, violence, and family obligation, etc. Okay. Sologamy is not recognized anywhere, legally recognized anywhere around the world as a form of marriage, but it is not also deemed illegal by any government. Brief history of sologamy. The idea and practice of sologamy first gained attention in the early 1990s. Okay, the first person ever to practice sologamy was Linda Baker from the United States in 1993, and later by Yasmin Elby, who's also from the United States, and she was reported to have practiced sologamy marriage in 2015, and later by another woman from Italy, Laura Messi, in 2017. Okay, these are the ones that have been reported, but I believe the practice must have existed a long time before these reported cases. The practice of sologamy is common in many parts of the world, and women in places like Africa, Asia, Europe, and the Americas have also been said to practice sologamy prior to the reported cases. Sologamy is synonymous with the term autogamy, but only a little different. Okay, the only difference is that sologamy is practiced by women, and autogamy is practiced by men. And there are no reported cases of autogamy as males prefer monogamy or polygamy types of marriages. And monogamy and polygamy are the main types of marriage systems or traditional forms of marriage system. This involves the formal binding of the opposite sex in matrimonial ceremonies. Sologamy and autogamy is totally different from the traditional forms of marriages, where uh, there is the binding of two opposite sex. Polygamy and autogamy, as I've mentioned, they only involve marriage to oneself, where sologamy involves females and autogamy involves males being married to themselves.
Hello, my name is Isaka Funo, and I am going to talk about the impacts of sologamy in our society, its consequences, and the views of people about sologamy. Sologamy nowadays is a trending, debatable topic that many people talk about it. However, sologamists prefer their own reasons, thoughts, and feelings to do such things. It can be positively impacting the society or it can be negatively impacting the society. Like it challenges our norms of traditional marriage. For example, in PNG, when the groom want to marry a bride, he used to pay a large amount of money to the bride family and some valuable things so he can possess the bride. And sologamy, it saved this type of traditional norms of marriage. Another positive impact of sologamy in the society is it encourages self-love and personal growth, and even increase the independency of sologamists to stand on their own and live their own life. As this practice is trending, most people came out with their own views. Like some people support sologamy, others skeptic about it, and some give the neutral views about the sologamist and according to the society. Sologamy also have many consequences. I'll show you some consequences of sologamy faced by the sologamist. Before I show you that, marriage is it's like a balance scale. It is the union of male and a female to come together and complete and fulfill the purposes and responsibilities for being the gender. One of the sologamies that expose the consequences of sologamy is Sulen Kerry, a Brazilian influencer who married herself in 2023 and divorced in 2024. This is what she said during her divorce. I realized that my sologamous marriage was a process of self discovery. Then she continued by saying, but I also understand that personal growth can lead us in many different directions. Therefore, sologamy is not only a satisfied practice, it can lead to legal complication, social stigma, isolation, no legal benefit, challenges in future relationship, cultural and religious backlash, emotional disappointment, criticism of selfishness, media scrutiny, and lack of support during hardship. This is not all. Sologamy also have positive consequences for the sologamist. Like before sologamy feel societal pressure and loneliness with their traditional expectation. To conclude our presentation, Papua New Guinea is a Christian nation with its unique traditional cultures. This culture could definitely oppose sologamy, and whoever wishes to be a sologamist would be a narcissistic attention seeker. He or she could be a enemy of the society, and it will be a issue in the country. Biblically, sologamy is against the doctrines of Christianity and the teaching of the Holy Bible. According to the Bible, marriage is not, it's a union of different sex come together to fulfill and make use of the gender they are in. Therefore, avoid sologamous marriage and seek the therapist assistance if you are in the track to cause sologamy. Be who we are, be consciousness, and respect our culture and our country. Thank you.
Thank you for watching, and this is the end of our video presentation. We hope you enjoyed the presentation and the 6 points that me and my colleague Isagafuno have presented about. You, we know this is a new topic, but we hope you enjoyed the presentation. Thank you for watching, and God bless.